Hey guys, it's Cal here, and as I promised, I have a video for you guys totally about just the analysis and information, confirmed information on the Black Ops 2 campaign and multiplayer. So let's get into the summary, or how the campaign is going to be. The setting will be in Los Angeles, and Frank Woods, as he's old now, we saw in the trailer, he will be the narrator of the game. And there are two storylines. One is going to be, which is the main one, is going to be in 2025, and then the other is going to be in the 1980s, towards the end of the Cold War. Now, in the 1980s, we'll be playing as Alex Mason. Now, in Black Ops 1, we don't know what happened to Alex Mason, but if you remember, when they showed the JFK, John F. Kennedy, picture there, and you see Mason in the background, you might think or anticipate that he actually assassinated JFK, but he's going to be, you'll still be playing with him, and he will be doing, service in the army, so maybe he hasn't killed, maybe he wasn't the one who assassinated JFK, so we will see on the release date, or, when we get the game. Now, in 2025, we'll be playing as David Mason, who is the son of Alex Mason, and he will be accompanied, or his sidekick will be Nelson. They don't say a last name, so yeah, his name is Nelson. Now, in the game's fiction, there is a second Cold War happening between China and the US due to the scarcity of rare earth elements used to make technology devices and military weapons. So it is going to be China versus the US, and it's due to the fact that, because according to Treyarch, China controls 95% of rare earth elements in the world, and this is actually, this campaign is based on a real-world possibility. So the U.S. is going to fight them, or they're going to have a war between each other, Cold War in the beginning. So there's not going to be any armed killing, and then it turns into a hot war or warm war, whatever you want to call it, because that's what it's called in historical terms. And then it turns into fighting and killing and a battle. So at first it becomes a Cold War over political and just division in ideas and political ideas, and then it turns into fighting. Now, the 1980s setting will be in Central America, that area, probably I'm anticipating Cuba, and the villain will be, his name will be Raul Menendez, who in 2025 is pitting the Chinese and US governments against each other by hacking into their drones and other robotic weapons. So as you may know, you saw the all those robots, drones fighting each other, those unmanned weapons, attacking each other in the air and on the ground, the tanks, the claw tank, those assault drones that we'll just call them for now, and the quadrotors, those things, it's all it's all unmanned, unmanned warfare. So Raul, what he does is he hacks into these drones and robotic weapons, and he pits these two governments against each other, and that's what the plot is going to be about, and stopping Menendez from doing so. So that's going to be a really good plot. Now, we also may see Reznov, because game director Dave Anthony hinted in an interview that we may find out more. He said we may find out more about imaginary Victor Reznov, and also more about Menendez. He says that he has hacked into the U.S.'s unmanned drones and unleashed an attack on Los Angeles. And in the mission we saw, actually, in the trailer, we saw a fleet of drones, and they were destroying buildings in downtown LA, if you saw that. And those looked like U.S. drones, and they're actually the ones that Menendez hacks or steals. So the characters now, let's go over the characters again. The protagonist, or the player, who we're gonna play as, is David Mason. Then Alex Mason, who's David Mason's father. Then Nelson, again, who David's friend or his sidekick. Now there will also be a female character for once in the Call of Duty campaign or series, and she's going to be a pilot, and her name is Anderson. And the president of 2025 is actually going to be a woman. Now let's go over the campaign structure. It says that each person will have a different ending depending upon how you choose to play the game. So it's going to be more like Mass Effect 3. It's going to be like a role-playing game, more in that sense. Now, it says every mission has many alternative ways to play it. You choose and you play. Now, snipers also have an awesome optic. It says you can see through materials with the scope and electronic charge to penetrate. So penetration will be easier. Maybe that will be used against campers. You never know. Or maybe this could be only campaign, because this would be overpowered in multiplayer. Now, it also says something about something called a strike force. Now, the details, and it says that it's part of campaign only. And it says that Treyarch is aiming to change that with Black Ops 2, with the inclusion of Strike Force, which is a new open-ended game mode that's folded into the single-player campaign. And the game's story, as it is 2025, is a Cold War going on between China and the United States. In addition to the timeline-hopping story of Alex and David Mason and Frank Woods, meaning that, you know, the switching between 2025, 1980, David Mason, Frank Woods, Alex, and things like that. Then it says Black Ops 2 story will feature several points during which the player is given a number of different operations to undertake. Now, one of the features is called Overwatch mode. You can play from the air or the ground, and you could drive or operate vehicles. Now, the new game mode is again called Strike Force, and Strike Force missions will be woven into the core single-player campaign, and it will present themselves as various Black Ops missions. So, as you may know, Black Ops is selected special ops missions around the globe. And whatever mission you choose, it says that you'll have to be able to choose between 3 missions, and whatever mission that you choose, that's the mission that will continue the storyline. It says Strike Force allows players to control squads of troops, giving hold commands with their shoulder buttons. Now, going on that, it would seem that the playable characters don't feature in the Strike Force missions. So I guess Strike Force, it could be a side thing. And now look what it says here. It says, depending on the outcome of a given Strike Force mission, the story will change. You're going to choose a mission, said Lamia. He's a Treyarch guy. He's high up there. And he says it becomes a branch for the story. And then he says there's 3 missions out there. You're not going to go back and play all of them, but the story goes on. If you die on a Strike Force mission, you die in the story. So basically, going on that, it would seem that the playable characters don't feature in, Strike Force missions, as I said before. So maybe you could play as a certain character and they die, and then they're not in the storyline anymore. So what does that mean? That means maybe when you beat the campaign, you'll have to go back to play the other options, play the other Strike Forces. So it's just not one storyline. It's different storylines, different options, depending on what you choose, depending on your decisions in the game and the way you play. That's how the storyline will turn out, and the ending also will turn out like that. How the characters end up, whatever happens to these characters, is going to happen because of that, or because of your choices and what you choose in the game. So I'm excited about the campaign. I think it's going to be really good, and I can't wait to play it. So now let's get into the multiplayer side of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, David Vonderhaar, who is the creative strategist or community manager, tweeted that a mute all button or option will be coming in the multiplayer. So instead of having to choose singularly or one at a time players to mute, you can just put the mute all button to mute all of them. Now, he also says, as he is the multiplayer director, David Vonderhaar says that the new approach they are taking in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is that one size does not, quote unquote, does not fit all. And then he says that this means that there's no one way to play a Call of Duty game. So they're pulling back features like create a class, kill streaks, and other features, and they said that they're re-examining them. And then they're saying that that it's they're challenging their assumptions. They're making assumptions on what should they keep, what should they put, because they want to make it, I guess, they want to take things out that, I guess, annoy people. They want to listen to the community, and they want to change Call of Duty. I don't know why, but a lot of people said that they want Call of Duty to be an innovative game. But they gave you innovative, but you guys didn't take it. They changed the game like you said, but you said now, Call of Duty shouldn't be changed. I'm glad that it's being changed. I'm sick and tired of, of warfare that's already, I want to have future warfare. I want to have something that doesn't exist, something more like, I want to have, let's say, like a Halo a storyline, but integrated with the Call of Duty engine. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily Halo, because Halo is maybe a little too futuristic, but just that futuristic setting, something, cool like that, a nice storyline, something to look into, a mystery, something like that, but integrated in the Call of Duty type. Because trust me, that game gun on gun that you love so much, that you enjoy so much, is what makes Call of Duty what it is not going to change. Trust me, it's not going to change. They just need to make Call of Duty, they're taking the innovative direction, and they're going to make Call of Duty better. Now, as you may know, the campaign, there will be 1980s missions. However, there will be no maps in the 1980s. All maps will be in 2025, and all guns will be 2025 in the multiplayer. Now, they're saying that they're listening to the community more, the esports community, such as MLG Pro, because they want to make Black Ops 2 more where you want to spectate, you know, like game battles. I love game battles. Modern Warfare 3 game battles were horrible. To me, they were horrible. Black Ops game battles were beautiful. I love game battles. The game was built for game battles. But I think it's just spectating it wasn't so enjoyable. So maybe now there will be you know, it will be more enjoyable to spectate these I guess these type of games, you know, the game battles, these you know, things like that. So yeah, they're going to be make it more fun as a spectator, to be a spectator in general, and I'm looking forward to Black Ops 2. I really am. I am a Treyarch guy, and I'm gonna say it, and I am a Treyarch guy. Now they're talking about some new maps that were released, or you know, some leaked information, that just rumors, maybe they're not true. One of them is actually going to be on an island in Yemen. Yemen is actually a country in the Arabian Peninsula in Asia. And there's going to be a map on the small island in Yemen called Socotra. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Then the other map is going to be downtown Los Angeles. I mean, for sure, they're definitely going to make a map in downtown Los Angeles, as it is a big part in the campaign. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm happy. I'm glad I found this information on charlieintel.com. This is actually where everyone's getting their information, but I haven't really seen any videos on campaign and multiplayer. But you might think that I read the website, but I really didn't. I summarized it because there's a lot of facts on here. There's a lot of stuff and information. So I'm gonna leave the link in the description so you guys could check out I guess the rumor list. Now I've done about multiplayer and campaign, and tomorrow I'll be talking about zombies, quickscoping, and Call of Duty Elite, so look out for that video. Thanks guys for watching. Peace. Make sure to subscribe and comment and favorite the video.